Let's take a look at this. This is from Dog Pound Daily. 5 players the Browns should still sign, and we'll group a couple of them together. We got Jerick McKinnon, a running back, can catch the ball, was effective with the Chiefs. Wide receiver, Parris Campbell, kind of a speed guy, really good last season with the Indianapolis Colts has kind of upped his game a little bit. So those are 2 of the offensive ones. Any thoughts on McKinnon and Campbell?
I love McKinnon's skill set, but kind of just similar to the last thing we talked about. I do think that if you look at this draft as a whole, the non-premium positions are deep, including running back. I think that's near the top of the list. I think they can get a guy on the cheap day 3 who kind of has that same skill set that you're not going to have to pay for like you will with McKinnon. Parris Campbell's, I love his game. I like the pieces of it, but I always get leery when a player underperforms from the beginning of his career and then has a good year going into a contract. I've been that way ever since Albert Haynesworth. I've kind of always been guarded like that. So I stay leery of a player like Campbell, who just now really just put it together, and he's going to get a big contract. You know, how they're going to handle that. So I probably would stay away from Campbell. Although if they made the move, you can obviously see why they would do it. That 4.3 speed, and we saw it in action finally, something that can be applied at the NFL level.
Yeah, and again, an Akron native, went to St. Vincent St. Mary High School, was actually a running back, and he's young for his age group, which I remember. He graduated from high school when he was like 16. So he's a young guy with 4 years in the league. All right, let's take a look at 3 more. These are all defenders. Safety, Juan Thornhill, played for the Kansas City Chiefs. And then a couple of Eagles. Defensive tackle Fletcher Cox and defensive back C.J. Gardner-Johnson, who played safety, can play some corner. If Fletcher Cox is there at a reasonable price, that one intrigues me a lot because of his history with Jim Schwartz.
Yeah, if you could get Fletcher Cox on a 1 to 2 year team-friendly deal, I think that'd be a huge addition. And the way Schwartz approaches this is going to be a rotation thing, so you're not going to have to rely on Cox to play a crazy amount of snaps. But it's kind of an overlapping skill set with what Tomlinson does. So, you know, how much do you want to invest in that type of defensive tackle, we'll see. But your team doesn't get worse by signing Fletcher Cox, you know, especially in the run game department. If you could have 2 guys up there that could man up and just take away the middle of the field, you got to, if you have a chance, you need to do that.